Park in Cedartown, Georgia. KTM brought out a bunch of bikes. They're having a little KTM test ride day for our dealerships. A bunch of us brought our own bikes out here, so we're gonna get to ride those around. We're gonna get to ride all the new 2024 models, compare, contrast, learn about all these new bikes, and just have some fun. We have got an extensive lineup of 2024 KTMs out here to ride. Right here it looks like we've got a 450 XCF. Over here we've got a 500 XWF. This is a big bike. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Here we've got a 350 XCF. Bringing it back downtown a little bit. Back up to a 450 XCFW. We're gonna learn about what all these letters mean later in an alphabet soup game. Here we've got a 250 XCF. Over here we've got a 350 XWF. Up here we have a 250 XC, a 250 XCW, a 300 XC. Coming back down closer to my size, we've got a 150 XCW and a 125 XC. And Lenny loves that one. What bike are you most excited to ride in that lineup?
Probably the 300 XC. This has got a wide ratio 6-speed transmission. Those have a close ratio. So I'm interested to see the differences.
Since you did your hot laps, your warm-ups, can we get a little rundown of the loop that we're doing?
The loop's awesome. It's a little slick right now. A lot of leaves and some pine needles, but not too bad. It's going to be a sweet loop. I guess it's probably about 6 miles or so. So it's a perfect length to be able to really get the feel for a bike.
Yeah.
You know, it's not too short, not too long, to where you get too winded at the end of it. You got some open sections towards the back where you can kind of open the bike up too.
Mr. Watkins, what bike are we going to start on?
We're doing the 2024 KTM 125 XC.
Okay.
Yeah, standard from the factory with a map switch, so you have a more mellow map,
That's cool.
and then a more aggressive map, and all controlled by a new ECU and throttle body injection.
What bike are we starting on today?
I'm on a 24 150 XCW.
Okay. Starting
Curious to ride this.
a little smaller. I like it.
Yeah, I currently race a 300, so it'll be nice to play around with something a little smaller.
What are we starting off on today?
So we're on a 300 XC. All right, that stands for extra crispy.
Are you going to ride it extra crispy?
I'm gonna ride it extra crispy.
All right. We expect the crunch. What are we starting off on today?
We're going to be on the 250 two-stroke.
Okay.
Probably the most fun bike here to ride today.
We are about to send our group of A riders out. We split them up into 3 groups. We've got A, B, and C. They're going to switch between a few different things. There's some classes and some games, but Group A is about to head out on these 2024 KTMs on the trail loop, so it's going to be good.
What the difference in suspension will be.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
Super soft, super plush. You hit rocks, you hit roots. It eats it up like lunch.
How'd you like it?
I love the 125. It makes like all this explosive power. Third, fourth gear.
Yeah.
In the high rev, it just explosive. Amazing. Suspension feels amazing.
Awesome. How was it?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is my first time riding a fuel-injected two-stroke, and it's cool. It's really weird. It's kind of like in the middle of a four-stroke and a two-stroke. It has the instant power band of a two-stroke, but it's never going to bog on you, never stall. It's in a four-stroke in that aspect, but it rips. It's a little different. I don't usually ride woods.
How was it?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't rode a 450 in a while, so it took a second to get used to it. So it was awesome. definitely a lot heavier than a two-stroke is.
Yeah.
So you feel that, but it felt very planted. So after about 2 or 3 turns, it felt comfortable.
Awesome. How was the old 125 XC?
Well, incredible motor, incredible handling, lightweight, turns good, just overall great bike. Better power on the bottom end than the SX. It feels lighter, and I like the gear ratio. The gearing seems to be different, so I do like this better than an SX.
Awesome.
I think it's easier to ride, especially for like a beginner or entry level. This thing would be perfect.
Might have to try that out.
Riding a couple KTMs today, loving life.
At the same time or separately?
Separately.
It's my mentor. We call him BK.
How was that?
Fun. I was expecting it to be all like powerful and heavy like a normal 450, but it really wasn't. It was very easy to ride and very fun.
So now that you have done some riding on these 2024 bikes, do you have a favorite?
I would say right now I'm kind of torn between 2 bikes.
Okay.
And to me, loving the 2-stroke, riding the 2-stroke, maybe it's because it's just something different, but I am in love with the new 500 XWF and the 450. It just seems like the power is very linear, extremely usable. Most people think of the 500 and the 450 is just going to get snatched right out from underneath your hands. And honestly, it was one of the funnest bikes so far.
Awesome. How many bikes did you ride so far?
So it looks like we're at 6.
Do you have a favorite?
Yes,
All right, what is it?
the 350 XCFW.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it was the fastest bike necessarily, but it was the most usable power.
Did you have a least favorite bike?
No, I have a least favorite part of my day in this conversation.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm having a blast.
Did you have a least favorite?
Honestly, it was probably the 350 XCW. The 450 and the 500 feel so good and feel
It's
so
just not
light
big enough for you.
that the 350.
If it's any less than 450, it's too little.
Yeah.
It's like a pit bike. Which bike was your favorite?
It's between 2. The 125's obviously super fun.
Which one?
Super easy to ride. The XC, 125 XC, and actually the 450 XCW. I didn't expect to like that. I usually don't like 450s, but it was very smooth and very easy to ride. The suspension was super soft. It was very, very smooth.
Hey, I'm Abby.
Hey, Abby, Bo,
Nice to meet you. Well, by the way you look, I assume that you know a little something about these bikes.
A little bit.
So I'm looking at all these
Okay.
with the SX, C, X, A, B, C, D, E, F,
Alphabet
W.
soup. Yep.
What do the different letters mean, or are they just tagged on for fun?
These is for electric, right? For the E3 and the E5. That's where we kind of get our young riders started. Once we kind of go through the mini bikes and we work up to the full size bike, we go to the next one would be like the SX, the Supercross line. Think about the motocross tracks that they would ride on, right? Stiffer suspension, linkage rear shocks, things like that. And then from the Supercross, we would go to the XC. Think of XC as like the cross country. Cross country is what I like to call kind of a hybrid. You can ride this cross country in the trails, but also ride it on the motocross track. So it's for the probably the little bit of everything, a little bit more of the faster rider sometimes in the woods, or the guy that likes to do, the person that likes to do multiple disciplines. So you go from the XC, you stay with the cross country, but then you move on to the XCW, which is more of I like to call the W like a woods version, or similar to like a wide ratio transmission.
That makes sense. W woods wide ratio.
Yeah, just kind of you got to think with the headlight, right? You're going to be riding longer distances, clear tank, things like that. So you can see, and then what you also move into for the XCW, you move into the oil injection too. So instead of having to mix your gas and your fuel on the other models we discussed, this would just be the oil injection, longer ranges, that kind of thing. So different suspension, just the same. Of course, the rear suspension would be the PDS, progressive dampening system, and then you would go on to the EXC. Kind of the EXC is you can ride it anywhere, like a dual sport, right? On road, off road. So, and then of course the only other, or one of the other acronyms I guess that you would have would be F, would be for the 4-stroke. So everything that has on F, if it doesn't have an F on it, it's probably a 2-stroke.
Do the 2-strokes have a T or just nothing?
They don't for the KTM, but sometimes
maybe one day.
For the Huskies.
You can put that in the idea box.
There you go. There you go. So, but yeah, that's kind of the general lineup and the different customers that ride the different models.
Yeah.
They all have some sort of specific meaning for sure, and they're not all just the same bikes, different
right.
colors.
We have got Noah Joyner and Damian Lassen. Noah, what bike are you on?
125. 350 XCW.
125 and a 350. We're gonna do a hot lap. The boys are mic'd up, GoPro'd up. Let's see it. I've been watching these bikes all day. This is my 2019 125 SX. So we're gonna compare and contrast a little bit. The SX versus the XC, the 2019 versus the 2024. So let's get geared up.
A few moments later.
As you guys can see, I am kitted up, ready to go. I'm gonna go do a couple little warm-up laps on the track and then try and hit that trail. We'll see how it goes. Mountain Motorsports KTM doing the damn thing. my 125 SX. I ain't never rode a trail before, and I didn't even stall. So that's good. I went about 1.5 miles an hour, and but we never fell, never stalled. So that was on my 2019 125 SX. Now I'm on the 2024 125 XC. I'm gonna do another lap, try not to fall again, and we'll see what the differences are. Oh, that's so weird. Oh. Raise the boot. Okay. Power smooth. Very smooth. I don't know about this one. Sorry. I got it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Now, just gonna get it back on the trail. I did crash that time around. Not the bike's fault, user error. But the bike's good. It's taller than mine. My bike's a little sagged, so this one's a little taller. But the power is like really smooth. The power band isn't so torquey. It doesn't hit you as hard. Like on my SX, I feel like it's easy to kind of like lose the front wheel. This one, it's smooth, and I like it. It's hard for me to compare because, you know, I'm a moto gal, but it definitely, I can just hear it in like the sound between normal and the power band. It's very smooth. Thank you guys for watching our KTM ride day. It was an absolute blast. I got my butt out on some trails, which never thought you'd get me to do that, but hey, anything for KTM. Got to ride the tracks, got to ride my bike, got to ride these new 2024s, which are awesome. So stop by Mountain Motorsports, check them out. All our people are newly trained on all the perks of these new bikes. So stop by and hear about them, and hope you enjoyed this video. Look at this! I just got a free backpack. Oh my God. You're gonna see me with this every day for the rest of my life.